Hey you beautiful people, welcome back to a new video on our channel Read Travel Become. A lot of you guys have been asking me this question. Ki Avdul, which are the books which affected you the most? Which books were actually life changing for you? Now here's the difference. My favorite books are those which I feel everybody should read. They have a universal feel good vibe and they're very entertaining and stuff, and you learn a lot of things from these books. But there were some books which I have read in the past which totally resonated with me. These books actually spoke my language and something in the book hit me really hard. So I'm going to talk about 5 such books which have had a deep impact on me. And also, to call a book to be life changing, it requires some time. It's not like I read some book and it instantly changes my life. I have read these books a long time back, and these books I still remember a lot of concepts from these books. That's why I'm recommending these books to you guys. So yeah, we are going to talk about 5 such books which I feel are very very personal to me. And thank you so much for suggesting me to make this video. I have a lot of interesting content lined up. So stay tuned to my channel and consider subscribing to my channel because I bring content like this every week. And make sure you watch the video till the end. You may never know which thought or fact may resonate with you and change the course of your life. So let's get started. So the first book which had a very profound impact on me is Barking Up the Wrong Tree by Eric Barker. Now when I had read this book I think 2 years back, I was really fascinated by the title of this book. I was not knowing anything about this book. I didn't know that this book was also a bestseller. I just picked it up because I found the title to be very interesting, Barking Up the Wrong Tree, and the subtitle says that the surprising science behind why everything you know about success is mostly wrong. So I found this very interesting, and even the names of the chapter in this book are very very interesting, like it's not what you know, it's who you know, unless it really is what you know, and also do quitters never win and winners never quit. So stuff like this made me read this book, and I was not at all disappointed. It remains one of my favorite non-fiction books because it is not at all preachy. It doesn't tell you that you have to do this, you have to do that. It basically tells a stereotypical concept that this is being followed, and what if you could think it in a different way. Now let me share an example. It is always said that to be a genius person, to excel in something, you need to be eccentric, you need to be alone, you need to be all trapped in within yourself, and you need to excel in that thing by practicing hard, working hard. And on the other hand, people also tell you that it's not about who you are, it's always about who you know, that you need to have the right contacts, that you need to be at the right time at the right place. Every chapter in this book is basically such a contrast, such a stereotypical contrast, which is very interesting to read. It is the author has given a lot of examples to explain his point of view. He never says that okay, this is the thing you need to follow. He says that okay, this is the thing, what if this thing, what if this thing, what if that thing. So that makes this a very very interesting read, and the fact that it has got some really amusing examples makes me want to read it and complete it. It doesn't feel boring at any point. There are references from movies, from books, from media, from history, biology, science, everything. So I found the book to be a really good read, and it's one of the earliest books which I actually made notes of. I never used to make notes, but I have started making notes since the last year, and this was the first book which I started with to make notes. So yeah, this is the first book. The next book on my list is yet again entertaining as well as informational. The book is Surely You're Joking, Mr. Feynman by Richard P. Feynman himself. So Richard P. Feynman, as you all know, was a Nobel laureate in theoretical physics. You might know him as a very famous and profound scientist, but after reading this book you will understand that other than being a scientist, he was a very very adventurous, humorous, quirky kind of a human being. He was always jumping around with jokes and stuff. He used to make fun of people, he used to play pranks all the time while having a scientific knack of everything. He has a very childlike quality when it comes to everything. Even when he's talking about physics, he's talking about astronomy, he's talking about psychology, radioactivity, electricity, magnetism, anything. He has a very childlike curiosity in explaining everything, which is
what ceremonies do we do? Every morning we brush our teeth. What is the evidence that the brushing the teeth does us any good in cavities? So you start wondering, are we all, imagine as the earth turns on the orbit, there's an edge between light and dark. And along that edge, all the people along that edge, were doing the same ritual. for no good reason. Just like in the Middle Ages, they had other rituals, and you try to picture this perpetual line of toothbrushes going around the earth. It's to take the world from another point of view. Now, it may well be that brushing teeth is a very good thing because it gets rid of cavities, and you can find out whether it does or it doesn't by trying to find out. Now, you can ask your dentist. He says, of course. And you say, how about evidence? I have not found the evidence from dentists because they just learned it in school. Now, I'm not trying to argue that it's good or bad to brush teeth. What I'm trying to argue for is to think about.
Which is what is also explained in the very famous Feynman technique, which says that to understand a concept completely, you always have to be able to explain that concept in a simple way. You should be able to explain that concept to a kid as well. This book is basically all the adventures which Richard Feynman had. While you are reading this book, it would definitely remind you of Rancho from Three Idiots. I think Richard P. Feynman, I think Rancho was actually similar to Richard P. Feynman when it came to, jumping around and having a very curious yet brilliant and beautiful mind. So it's a very, very entertaining read. And this book has taught me that you always need to have an open mind when it comes to anything. If you are learning something new every day, it may have a very huge impact in the future. So you always need to keep an open mind and not be serious about everything. So science can be fun, things can be broken down into easy steps, and not everything is rocket science. It tells you to take things in an easy way. So that way I really, really like this book, and I would forever cherish reading this book. So yeah. The next book which was really life-changing for me was Dream with Your Eyes Open by Ronnie Screwvala. So you might have heard about Ronnie Screwvala. He is a very famous entrepreneur. He is also the founder of UTV, which is a famous media company. If you ever felt that you have an idea or a business idea or a product idea and you want to start it, and if you're having second thoughts whether you should start it or not, and how to start it, how to approach the business world, especially in a country like India, then this book is a must read for you. I had no clue that this man has had an amazing entrepreneurial venture. He is an outstanding business person. In a country like India where you need to placate every kind of norm, every kind of societal issue, this man has emerged victorious and disruptive. He talked about something which is very, very important in all of our lives. Whenever we start something new, a feeling of being an outsider always kicks in. You always feel that you are less valued than others. Something on the lines of an imposter syndrome. You always feel that you are not that capable. You always feel undervalued. You always feel people around you are more capable and more, intelligent and, worthy. But after reading this book, you will get that confidence that if you start from scratch, you have nothing to lose. Now let's look into those areas in which this man has created his mark. In an era when people didn't know about cable television and customers had never held a remote in their hands, he provided cable services in households as well as in every major hotel chain. Being an outsider in Bollywood, producing groundbreaking and disruptive cinemas in Bollywood when the notion of the hero singing and dancing in a foreign location was the only go-go. In a time when children's cartoon channels were saturated by giants like Cartoon Network and Disney, this man started his own channel, Hangama, leveraging Japanese content, Doraemon and Shinchan, and disrupting the market yet again. He sold UTV to Disney for $450 million in 2012, only to start up again, launching Upgrad in July 2015. If a person like him can do it, I think anybody can do it. He has written in that form. So it's a great read, and this book will always stay with me. All the principles that I've learned from this book, I will always try to imbibe those into whatever I do. The next book on my list is again a very popular and a blockbuster book. You might have definitely heard of it. It's Sapiens by Dr. Yuval Noah Harari. I have recommended this book previously also, and I absolutely love this book. Before reading this book, I literally had no interest in history and stuff that how we evolved, how things happened, how things actually failed, and how things were actually successful. But after reading this book, it completely changed my perspective. This book talks about the journey of early humans till our journey today. The writer has divided chapters into some eras. There's the cognitive revolution, the agricultural revolution, the industrial revolution, and how these things are affecting us now. So this book starts with the fact that early humans were actually not just Homo sapiens, but another species of human beings named Neanderthals. So imagine, like, in those times we had two different species of humans. The starting of the book only was so powerful that it led me to, deep dive into more of this history stuff which the writer wants us to convey. And he has talked about all the chronology in a very, very beautiful way. This book is a complex book. It would take some time to read this book. It would take some time to understand the concepts which are written in this book. History is very complex, as you all know. He has talked about some history stuff which he felt were wrong, which you will figure out when you read the book. And the best part that I like about this book is the way this book ends. He talks about happiness in his last chapters. How our life is basically a pursuit of happiness, and he compares it with the pursuit which early humans followed and the pursuit which we are now following. So I really love the ending of the book. You will have a great time reading this book. It may take some time to complete this book because let's face it, it is a complex book. But little by little, I think you can definitely savor the taste. It's a slow burn. You'll really appreciate history after reading this book. So yeah, this is the book. And the last book on this list is again a book which I have talked about a lot of times. If you have been following me since quite some time, you know that this is my favorite book. This is one of my favorite books, and I won't talk about it much because I have already talked about it a lot in all my previous videos. It's Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. Some of you might have guessed. So again, this book is about how the company Nike was created. It's the story of Phil Knight, his adventurous story. The book is funny, adventurous, humorous, everything, and it teaches you a lot of things. It is one of the main reasons that right now I'm talking to you guys. I'm facing this camera and talking to you guys because I always had this thing, that I want to start something, I want to face the camera, I want to do something, and I didn't really know where to start from. But I genuinely believed in the concept of reading and traveling. Both of these things are very, very close to my heart, and as soon as I knew that I actually believe in these things, I started my channel. And yeah, I have a long way to go, but I attribute a lot of my journey to this book because this book really motivated me to start this channel. So yeah, talking about the book, the book is all about how Nike was created, how it was made into a multi-billion-dollar business, and how the swoosh logo, why the swoosh logo is one of the most recognized logos in the world. While reading, you basically feel like you're having a cup of coffee with the author. You're just sitting in some random cafe and chatting with him, and he's telling you all about his experiences, what mistakes he made, what goof-ups he did, and how naive he was sometimes. So you would feel amused by how honest the writer. Do let me know if you have read this book, and do let me know how did you like it. So that was the list, guys. I really hope you liked all the recommendations. I had got a lot of requests to make this particular video, so I thought, why not just make this video and let you guys know 5 of the most life-changing books for me. So yeah, thank you so much for supporting me. I have some very interesting content lined up. So make sure you stay tuned with my channel, and yeah, thank you so much for watching the video, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.